welcome back. So today I kind of wanted to film a little bit of a settling in video, just moving back into a new space and kind of redecorating. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a change of scenery. So when I previously lived with my family, I originally lived upstairs in this room, and then as I kind of got older and needed a little bit more space, I got our old living room, which was vacant because we turned our garage into a new living room. It's a whole thing. Moving back home, I got my childhood room because the new living room is in use. So it's kind of cool to be in a space that I grew up in, and now I get to revisit it as an adult. So I kind of wanted to film just a nice relaxing video, just redecorating, hanging some stuff up, and settling in. So I've already moved a couple things in. I didn't really want to film the moving in process itself because I was super tired. It's been a crazy week, and I don't know if that's the most intriguing thing to record. So I kind of wanted to wait until I was settled in a little bit, and then I was a little bit more relaxed and had some good rest because I was also sick the past week, so you did not want to hear that. So as I mentioned, I am moved in. I'm relatively settled. I have a lot unpacked. All my clothes, reptiles, all the plants are out in the garage in my old grow tent. I have a couple in here. I still love plants, have a huge collection, but it's kind of nice working with a smaller space like this. So the plants, which are one of my hobbies, is kind of separate, and I have to kind of pick and choose which ones I want in my room. And it kind of makes me utilize my space better. So that's one thing I'm really enjoying about being in my childhood room, is that it's smaller. So I really have to work with the space I do have. So that's something I'm kind of excited to watch develop over time, and something I also want to kind of document with my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get unpacking some of my wall hangings. That's kind of what I wanted to do today. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking and get working so that I do have a productive evening. Here we go. Okay, so I guess before I get started, I kind of wanted to show you where I'm at so far. Here's just like a quick little pan around the room. Hello! And then my bed setup. And then there's just like a couple paintings from my family that I'm gonna kind of swap out for my own stuff. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at, just a little 360. Okay, so I am back, doing a little bit of an update here because as you can see behind me, I have quite a bit hung up so far. I do have a lot of smaller pictures that I need to hang up still, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit of an update because I was gone for maybe a day or two, but yeah, so I have a little bit to go still, and I wanted to do a little bit of an update. Okay, so this is the current setup. I think I'm going to change out that sign with the text on it for the mirror over there, just to keep all of the darks on that side, and then add that mirror for a little bit of a longer rectangular shape over there as well. Still debating if I want to keep that little sign up. It just has like a cute little like sort of cheesy quote on it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna swap those, but otherwise I kind of really like how it's going so far. I have just kind of my like little jewelry stand here, and then like a miscellaneous like getting ready stand as well. But yeah, I've got a couple like random mirrors that are kind of fun that I don't like normally use because I have this one. I also have this little Kiki's delivery service one with Gigi in the window. it is like an unbelievable find. But anywho, so lots of mirrors. I also have a ton of, well, I guess not a ton. I have a couple prints hung up and like artwork as well. So like this one, and that one are from my great grandma. I thrifted some of this stuff, and then I got this Calvin Klein print as a Christmas gift because my friends are really fun. We'll have to add more to this wall, but right now I just have my silly little bearded dragon sign that I actually found at Goodwill, which I thought was kind of a crazy like niche find to find at Goodwill. It just basically, the more people I meet, the more I love my bearded dragon, which I thought was really funny. And I don't know, it's like the bearded dragon version of like the cat and dog signs you always see in like middle-aged mom homes. But anywho, so this is a piece that my friend Libby from high school did, and it's honestly one of my favorite pieces of artwork in my room, so I had to get her hung up. I should look into the story on this one. I love it though. So above my desk, I need to add some more things here. Kind of gonna figure that out, but I have this little hand crocheted little tapestry of a cat from my best friend Julia. It's like one of my favorite things ever. Also a little wind chime. I love that. Just kind of fun. I have like a whole stack of like postcards and pictures I need to hang up. I've got plenty of command strips. I'm ready. And so I think I'm gonna kind of use those as fillers. And then this is just a bunch of like paper knickknacks. So all sorts of random things in there. So that'll be kind of like a last moment, like I'll add those things last, just kind of as little details and like filler items. But yeah. Also, I definitely had to take like the glass off of this one because the other night we were just down in the kitchen and suddenly I heard something fall off the wall and like crash onto the floor. And so that frame, or I guess that print, has like a cardboard backing, so it doesn't really fit into the frame. So I decided to take the glass off. I don't know what to do with this now, but honestly, the print is kind of shiny, so it looks like it has glass on it anyways. Yeah, I guess I just don't know what to do with that glass piece, but anywho. Okay, so I got a couple other pictures picked out. I narrowed down some of these ones here for kind of not smaller, but medium-sized sort of filler pictures. And then over here, I went through and I looked for some more poster-sized. I really love Studio Ghibli, so this is kind of based off the one scene in Princess Mononoke where the deer god is kind of at the center and you're kind of seeing him from afar. So I made this in high school, so I kind of want to hang it up because I've never hung it up before. So I'm gonna for sure put this one somewhere. Got some other little paintings. This is another Princess Mononoke. Then this was just kind of like a little like painting doodle, like the boy and the heron. That one's kind of fun. I don't know if I'm convinced on the text though, but it's fun. And then I also love tennis, and I got to see them in Minneapolis. I got a little signed poster, so I'm gonna hang that up. Got another little watercolor painting. I found this sort of cheesy Studio Ghibli poster at a really small antique shop, believe it or not. They had a lot of like really good posters. I thought this one was kind of funny. I have another artwork from high school. This one was so fun. I love how this turned out. And then last but not least, this is my biggest poster. I got to go see Leve. It was the best, and I got a signed poster too. So this is probably one of my favorite posters. It's just like a perfect big statement poster. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that right above my bed. It'll look really cool. So I'm gonna get to the super fun, not tedious task of putting the command strips on everything, and I'm gonna start getting more things hung up. Okay, so update, did not get all of those command strips attached to my posters. I got a little bit too tired, and so admittedly I did not do that. but here I am. It is also the next day. So I haven't been very consistent, which is kind of bad. And if I don't finish this today, I might go crazy and this video might not happen. But we'll have to see how that goes. So the good news is, in between filming the other day and today, me and my best friend Julia went to Goodwill and I picked up these 2 cube mirrors, and they go perfectly with my other small rectangular one in the top there. There we go. So I'm gonna kind of lay these out. I don't know if I want them together or spaced out. But yeah, so I found these cute mirrors and they're gonna be perfect. I am going to finally get started on hanging up some of the picture frames and then getting to work on these posters. So maybe I'll do a little time lapse, maybe it'll just appear, who knows? Okay, so I just got this wall pretty much done, so I think I'm gonna start working on this wall behind me, right here. Basically, I have this whole space and not a ton of stuff to fill it because so much of it is over here. For sure, Leve is gonna go up here, maybe? I don't know if I'm gonna do center or to the side. But I think on the side I'm gonna do a lot of like cooler colors, like purples, blues, and greens. So I think I'm gonna do that sort of color range there, but I don't know if I want to put Leve in the center or to the side and then leave space in case I find something like really cool. But I feel like she could look really cool in the center. And then maybe my tennis poster right above my side table. I don't know, but that is the next step. Okay, so it's a bit later today now, just kind of wrapping the night up, but I wanted to do a little bit of an update because I got another wall of stuff hung up and I think I'm gonna just kind of chill out and maybe chat about some book stuff and maybe some music. I kind of want to like share some of that stuff on my channel. And so, yeah, I thought I would maybe share what I just finished reading, what I'm going to be reading in like 2 seconds. I'm gonna be starting another book. And then just some music I found that I've really liked lately. Also, I'm just talking a little quieter just because everyone's kind of chilling out for the night. So yeah, I guess here's a little update on all of the wall hangings. If I look a little crazy, don't mind me. I was gonna film this little bit with my glasses on because I took my contacts out, and the glare from the lighting on the glasses is like really annoying. And so I like can't see very far, so I'm just really close to the camera and my eyes are probably like crazy, but yeah. Anywho, I'll kind of show you around some of the stuff I hung up. Okay, so here is the main sort of like gallery wall. I got everything hung up. I moved some things around, and then I also added some filler pieces. I'm still kind of adjusting to it. I do think I really like how this is going. At first I had more of like a square drawing up there, but I wanted to go for something more vertical because it was just kind of, I don't know, it just felt off. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with how this has turned out so far. I say so far because I know it's gonna evolve a bit and sort of change over time. And so I guess I'm just gonna enjoy it in the moment and also as it changes. So then this is like the cool color sort of corner, I guess. I'm probably gonna have more stuff adding to it as time progresses, same with the other wall. But yeah, I tried to keep more like cool colors over here. And so yeah, that's kind of how that little corner is looking right now. I really like that so far. And then last but not least, I have the Leve poster in the middle with a little ivy wreath that I wore to the Ren Fair a couple times. But I think I'm gonna slowly inch my way closer to the center from each side over time, so that'll be kind of a fun little evolution. But I'm hoping maybe I'm going to a couple concerts, so I'm thinking I'll get more posters, which will be super fun. But yeah, that's kind of how everything is looking. Here's what it looks like all together. Just kind of like a quick pan. That wall and that wall. I'm really happy with how that looks actually. Okay, so on the subject of books, I just finished Circe yesterday. I love her. The cover is beautiful, by the way, and like it fits my room aesthetic so well. But yeah, I finished Circe yesterday. It's definitely been like over a year that I've been sort of in between this book, and so I decided yesterday I wanted to finish it, and so I had a small section left, and so in one sitting I just like breezed through it. It was way quicker than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah, so I really enjoyed Circe, and I really enjoy sort of Madeline Miller's like different perspective on Greek mythology, just kind of hearing like a different side of the stories. So that's something I really enjoyed about this book, as well as with Song of Achilles. Yeah, both of these books are so good. Like, people recommend them so much for a reason, and I really enjoyed them. I thought that was really cool, kind of how her story was entwined with all of these other ones. But yeah, overall, I would say it was a really good read. I'd recommend it as well. I'm not a huge like book person. I'm just trying to get back into it now. But yeah, I would recommend that. And so kind of going back, I'm going to be reading Song of Achilles next. So it's going to be a reread. I've already read it, loved it, and I recommended it to a friend. So now me and her are going to read it together, which will be super fun. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to book-wise. I don't know if I'm going to do that often. I'm trying to stay on top of reading, so we'll see how that goes. So for music, I'll probably have more of a system down in the future and kind of maybe I'll include like graphics or anything. For right now, I'll just kind of tell you what I'm listening to because I love sharing music. I kind of have my phone right here with my Spotify pulled up, just kind of been listening to a ton of music today, so I figured I may as well just literally pull up what I was listening to. But I've been listening, obviously, Charm by Clairo. Such a good album, like every song I really enjoy. Just a good sort of like going from summer into fall album. I can really see it being either one because I kind of like to associate music with seasons or like kind of different moments in time. So then also another album I recommend that I literally just found today that I'm already in love with is Give Me a Minute from Lizzie McAlpine. It is such a good album. Like, I've already listened through it twice today, and I feel like that's just kind of what happens when you find an album that really speaks to you, and kind of when an artist can sing how you're feeling, it's such a cool feeling. And so I really enjoy this album. I've already listened to her most recent album, which is Older. I really enjoy that album as well. I don't know if it's an album I sit through the whole thing as much, whereas like Give Me a Minute, I could really see myself doing that and listening fully through the album. But yeah, I guess Give Me a Minute is another album I really recommend. And then another album I would recommend is Everything I Know About Love by Leve. I have listened to that album for, I think it's been 2 years now since I saw her, and I just kind of fell in love with her music, and probably you can tell by the poster, but yeah, it was really cool. I got to see her at a super small venue before she got pretty big. Not to say that like I knew her before she was famous, because she was still pretty popular by then and had a lot of followers, but her music is just so good, and she's so popular for a reason. And so I guess I'm kind of listening to a lot of artists that I associate with fall right now. And so Everything I Know About Love is another album I'd recommend. And then another thing I kind of wanted to touch on before I started reading and kind of clocked out for the night is I've been doing a gratitude journal, or just kind of like trying to journal daily. I call it my gratitude journal, but I don't know if it'll always be like, I'm grateful for blah, blah, blah. But that's kind of what it's been so far, and I've really been enjoying it. I haven't really been someone that kind of writes down how I'm feeling in that way. I typically, or I guess I used to draw a lot, and that was kind of my creative outlet. So I've been trying to get into reading a lot more, but also journaling. So every day I'm trying to journal something that happened that I'm grateful for, that I'm feeling or thinking, just anything like that really. And then also I have this little notebook that I'm specifically writing like little poems in. Not that they're like anything special or crazy, but just kind of random little ideas that pop into my mind. That's another thing I've been really enjoying, actually. It's kind of fun thinking of like one poem for every day. It's kind of starting to become something that I look forward to, and so I thought I would share that as well. So if you need a sign to start journaling or writing little silly poems or reading, this is probably your sign, because I also needed to start doing that, and I would highly recommend it. So yeah, I guess I just kind of wanted to touch base on that and give you that little boost if you needed it. And with that concluded, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. It took me way too long to film, and I hope I don't have to do this ever again, where I take several days to make one video. I'm gonna try and do stuff in one sitting. Yeah, hopefully you don't have to do that again, and I hope this video comes out okay and you enjoy it. But yeah, so it's kind of room is set up now. My walls are looking a lot better, and I have my little reading set up, so I'm gonna kind of start reading and chill out for the night.